This conference will now be recorded.
So in the last session, we have discussed about the ORM concept, and we have discussed what exactly the ORM and what it represents basically, and how the ORM will transform the objects into the classes, and how each and every field will be represented in the form of a variable, and what are the various methods will be given by Salesforce by default as part of each and every standard class we have discussed. Now, so today we'll see the various Visualforce controllers, and we'll see what exactly the standard controller, custom controller, and extension controller, and how can we use and when should we go for which type of controller. We'll see practically today. Now, so that already we have discussed in the last session, Visualforce is providing three types of controllers: standard controller, custom controller, and extension controller. So let's go with the standard controller first. What exactly the standard controller? You know already, controller in the sense what? A class. Controller in the sense a class which contains some set of variables, which contains some set of methods, which internally have some business logic to be get referenced inside the Visualforce page. So inside my Visualforce page, whenever if you want to perform some actions, if you want to invoke some actions, then we have to write that business logic inside the method. That method should be get placed inside a class. So controller in the sense a class. Now what do you mean by standard controller? Standard controller in the sense standard class. Standard means what? Ready-made. It's a ready-made class. So Salesforce is providing so many ready-made classes to you by default. As part of data types, we have discussed the various standard classes given by Salesforce. Like we have account class, contact class, opportunity, case, solution, like that. So we have so many objects are available inside your Salesforce instance, and each and every object has been represented in the form of a class. Every object has been represented in the form of a class, and each and every class contains some set of variables. It contains some business logic methods also. So what methods are available in each and every class? These are the 10 methods. Yesterday we have discussed about the 10 methods. These 10 methods are common for each and every class. In account class, contact class, opportunity class, lead class, case class, it may be your custom object class also. In each and what is providing, these 10 methods are common. So what are those 10 methods? Save method, cancel method, delete method, and the quick save method, first method, next method, previous method, last method, has next, and the has previous. These are the 10 methods are common. So these 10 methods has been given by Salesforce in each and every class. It may be account class, contact class, opportunity class, case class, solution class. It may be your custom object class also. Like I'm having position underscore underscore C, and the candidate underscore underscore C, loan underscore underscore C, customer underscore underscore C. It may be any class. It may be standard, it may be custom. In each and every class, these 10 methods are common, which has been given by Salesforce by default. Now, so now standard controller in the sense standard class, which is a ready-made class given by Salesforce with some set of ready-made methods. We have the 10 methods inside this each and every class. What are the 10 methods we have discussed right now? These 10 methods are available in each and every class. In every class, you will be having these 10 methods commonly. Now, so in this case, when should we go for this standard controller? Whenever we are having your own Visualforce page. Okay, whenever you are having your Visualforce page to create some records inside your object. Like for example, I would like to have a Visualforce page. I'm having a Visualforce page. Inside this page, I would like to place some visual appearance controls to be used to create some account record. In order to create some account records, I would like to place some fields inside this. Like, for example, I'm placing these fields. Account name field. And then I would like to place the rating field. I would like to place the industry field. I would like to place the phone field and the fax field and the active status field. I'm placing these fields inside my user interface. So in order to enter the data inside these fields, I'm placing the text boxes. So the user can enter some data inside these fields. In order to enter that account record name, I'm placing one text box. For the rating field, I'm placing one more text box. For the industry, another text box. For the phone, another text box. To enter the fax number, another text box. To enter the active status, I'm placing one more text box. And then to save this record, I'm placing a save button control. And to cancel this operation, I would like to place a cancel button also. So I'm placing the various text boxes so that the user can enter some data inside these text boxes to be used to create a new record. I'm having this save button and the cancel button. These are the buttons are available. So this is my Visualforce page. And my page name is create new account page. Now, so this is the user interface which we have. Inside this user interface, I have placed that account record name and the rating value, industry name, and the contact number of the customer, fax number of the customer, and the active status of the customer, whether the customer is in active status or not. So I have entered all the details. When I click on save button, my record has to be get saved inside my account object. So I'm having my account object over here. There is an account table. In this account table, I would like to store this information. Now, for example, I'm entering some data to use to create a new account record. I'm creating a new customer record with the name some Ram Kumar. His name is Ram Kumar. Rating value, I'm indicating heart. He is having some heart rating. Industry, he is related to the banking customer. He is working in a bank. His contact number, I'm giving some value. Fax number, I'm entering some value. Active status, I'm indicating as yes. This customer is an active customer. So once I click on this save button, after entering this data, as soon as once I click on the save button, what it has to do, it has to create a new record with these details inside my account object. So then how can we write this business logic here? Upon click on this save button, it has to save the record inside the object. When I click on this cancel button, it has to cancel this current request. The current operation has to be get cancelled. Then how can we do this? Do I need to write my own business logic? No. Why? Because Salesforce has given all these business logics by default. So I want to save the record, I want to cancel the record. Do we have any save business logic ready-madely inbuilt? Yes. Do we have any cancel business logic inbuilt? Yes. Because Salesforce has given all these 10 methods. Salesforce has given the 10 methods to you by default. Inside my account class, we are having this 10 methods. Inside my account class, we are having this 10 methods are available. Like we are having the save method, we have cancel, we have quick save, we have delete method, we have first method, we have next method, we have previous method, we have last method, we have has previous, and we have has next. Has next. These are the 10 methods has been given by Salesforce by default in each and every class. In every class, you will be having these 10 methods. These are the 10 methods are common. So now in this case, what needs to be done? As soon as after entering some data, when I click on that save button, I want to call this a save method. Because to save this record, already business logic is available. We no need to write this business logic. So what I want to do is, as soon as once I click on that save button, I would like to use this as standard save method. So that I would like to invoke this method when upon click on this save button. As soon as once I click on this save button, I would like to invoke this standard save method. So that this standard save method will be collecting this data from this text boxes. Based on this data, it will be creating a record inside my object. So I will be having my account object. I'm having my account object. This is my account table. I'm having my account object. So after entering the data, once you click on that save button, now this standard save method is going to be saving this record inside my object automatically. The record will be getting inserted. So now, in this case, what happened? After designing this user interface, we no need to write any business logic because this business logic has been already given by Salesforce. It's an inbuilt business logic given by Salesforce as part of ORM, object relationship and the mapping. Now, as soon as once you click on this cancel button, upon click on this cancel button, I would like to cancel this current operation. To cancel this operation, do we have any ready-made business logic? Yes, we have the cancel button is available. Cancel method is available. So we have this cancel method. This cancel method I would like to invoke. I would like to invoke this cancel method. Okay, upon click on this cancel button, so that this cancel method is going to be canceling the current request. Instead of performing that operation, simply it will cancel that operation. So I would like to invoke this cancel method. So upon click on this particular button control, as soon as once you click on that cancel button, I would like to call this a cancel method, so that I'm invoking this cancel method. That means what? Inside my user interface, I'm having this text boxes are available. After entering the data, we no need to write any business logic by my own. The business logic has been already given by Salesforce by default. So I would like to use this as standard business logic. This is what? It's a class. Class in the sense what? A controller. Class means controller, which contains some business logic. Now, this class has been prepared by whom? Salesforce. It's not my own class. It has been given by Salesforce. So this is called as standard controller. This is called as standard controller. It's a standard class which has been given by Salesforce. We haven't prepared this class. We haven't written this business logic. After entering some data, as soon as once you click on that save button, we would like to invoke the standard save method. When I click on this cancel button, I want to invoke the standard cancel method, so that I want to use the ready-made features given by Salesforce. So now in this case, whenever if you want to use this ready-made business logic given by Salesforce, okay, by default inside your Visualforce page, then we can go with that standard controller. So standard controller means what? Standard controller is nothing but a ready-made class which contains some inbuilt business logic. We no need to implement by our own. That business logic is already given by Salesforce. Because this is the common requirement for every object, so that Salesforce has given this business logic inbuilt, so that we no need to write that business logic for the save method, save button and the cancel button. So this business logic is already available. Whatever we have ready-made, we can use it. If the existing things are not sufficient, then we can go with our own custom functionalities. So as part of my requirement, I want to save the record, I want to cancel. So to save the record, save method is inbuilt available. To cancel the record, we have cancel method inbuilt. So that instead of building by my own, I would like to use these ready-made things. So at that time, if you are referencing, okay, if you are referencing the standard class inside your Visualforce page, whatever the standard class that we have, if you're referencing this standard class inside your Visualforce page, then we have to use the help of a property called as standard controller property. That means what? Upon designing this Visual Force page, okay, upon designing this Visual Force page, inside that page we have to use a property called as standard controller. Okay, Apex page. Inside this page tag, we have to use a property called as standard controller. So what do you mean by the standard controller property? That means it is indicating upon click on this button control, we are calling some method. That method is already there inside this class. What is that class? It's a ready-made class given by Salesforce. What is that class name? Account. Simply we can specify that object name, nothing but the class name. In which class that business logic is available. So I'm informing to the Visual Force page, upon click on this button control, you are trying to be invoking some methods. So please look into this class, because whatever the methods that I'm invoking, these methods are there inside my account class. So please go to the account class, please verify that methods and then invoke that methods equal to the operation. So for that reason, we are going to be using this standard controller attribute. Okay, we are using standard controller attribute. So what is that standard controller property? Standard controller property is used to inform to the Visual Force page that we are using all the standard functionalities inside our Visual Force page. We are not using any custom functionalities. We are using all our standard functionalities only. That means ready-made functionalities inside our Visual Force page. At that time, we can go with the standard controller. Okay. Now. Yeah. Tell me.
Actually, standard controllers are same in all the objects, right? Then again, why we need to mention particularly a object name, account, lead, case? Why? Because they are same in all of them.
Yes, right.
So,
but in this case, now when you go to this save method, cancel method, all these methods are available in each and every class. In account class also we have this method. In cancel class also we have this method. In opportunity class also we have these methods. So in this case, which method you would like to call? If I'm calling this account class save method, it will be saving the record into that account object. If you're calling this contact class save method, will save the record into the contact class. So this record is belongs to which object? Account. So we have to indicate, please call that save method which is belongs to my account class. Okay. That's what here we are indicating this class name. That's what I told you. So now these methods are available in each and every class. These are the various classes given by Salesforce. All the standard classes and your standard object classes, custom object classes given by Salesforce. In each and every class, we have these 10 methods. So which class method you would like to invoke, we have to indicate. Okay. Now, so for that reason, we are going to be indicating this facility. So we are using this standard controller. We can specify the name of the class. This is the account class. In this account class, we have a save method. Please call this a save method. Then how can we invoke this method right now? Whenever we are invoking this method inside your button control, so at that time we can specify. Now the command button, you know how to press the button control. So I'm indicating the value property, value equals to save. This is the caption for the button. Now which method you would like to invoke over here? Action. That means what action you want me to perform. Specify the method name. Upon click on the save button, which method you would like to call? Save method. Okay. Now, like the similar way, I'm having this cancel button. Value equals to cancel. And the action property. We have to indicate, okay, which method you would like to invoke. Upon click on this cancel button, please call this cancel method. So now this cancel method, save method is available in all the classes. Which class method you want me to invoke? So please invoke this account class save method. Please invoke this account class cancel method, so that whenever we are referencing the standard functionalities inside the Visual Force page, then we have to use the help of standard controller. Okay.
Sir.
Yes.
At any given time in a page, we can use only one standard controller?
Yes, right, correct. So we can use only one standard controller at a time, not multiple. Okay.
Sir, edit class, sorry, edit button. If you want the edit button.
Now, for the edit button, you have to display the records information inside this text boxes. That is a different functionality. We'll see during that how to design the edit page also. We no need to have any ready-made method. It is having a inbuilt functionality is available for the edit page. There is a separate tag is available. We'll see that part.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So let me give the note point over here. By using standard controller, we can reference all the standard functionalities inside the Visual Force page. That is, instead of writing the business logic, by our own, we can use the existing business logic given by Salesforce, so that we can avoid the number of lines of code. So that we can reduce that compilation time, we can reduce the execution time, so that we can make that application performance will be getting improved. So that to improve that application performance, always try to reduce the number of lines of code. Try to utilize that ready-made functionalities max. Don't try to build everything by your own. Whenever if you are implementing any functionality, first of all, please analyze, do we have any ready-made functionalities are available or not? If yes, utilize. If not available, then go with the custom functionalities. Based on that, we can give the right estimation. That means how much time that we need to implement this functionality. Okay, now. So now in this case here, upon referencing the standard class inside the Visual Force page, we have to specify the class name. That means the standard class name. Inside the page tag with the standard controller property as below. So we have to specify the standard controller property as below. Now let me do the syntax. We can specify the Apex page tag, specify the standard controller, specify the standard class name. Here we can indicate the class name. And the remaining properties are as it is. Inside this page, whatever the user interface you want to design, just you can able to place those controls. Like you can specify the section header and then page block section, input controls, output controls, everything we can place inside this page tag. Now, so let me do some example. Apex page standard controller equals to account. That means I would like to use all the ready-made methods which are available inside my account class, and the remaining properties are same as it is. Apex page. Like the similar way, I would like to use a position object class. So I'm indicating standard controller equals to position underscore C. And then you can able to place the required controls in between this page tag. Now here you can raise a question. Sir, account is a standard class and then position is my custom object. It's not standard object, it's a custom object created by our own. But of course, the position object is my own object which I have created. But upon creating the object, what Salesforce will provide? Salesforce is providing all the three layers. Salesforce is providing the position table, it is providing a position class, it is providing the tab also. So now that means it is preparing this class. So this class has been prepared by whom? Salesforce. You know that already we have discussed about as part of ORM. As part of ORM, already told you upon creating an object. Like for example, whenever we are going to be creating an object inside your Salesforce instance. While creating an object inside your Salesforce instance, Salesforce is providing all the three layers to you by default. So let's go to that. Now let's see. So whenever we are going to be creating an object with the name some loan, Salesforce is providing a table for you. It is providing the tab for you with the name loans. It is providing a business logic also in the form of a class. So this class has been created by whom? We haven't created. This is created by Salesforce. So this is a standard class. So even though if I'm giving like this custom object class name, this class has been given by Salesforce. Don't get confused in this place. Okay, don't get confused. Sir, this is the custom object here. Of course, the classic object is custom, but this class has been created by whom? Salesforce. So this is the standard class given by Salesforce. Standard controller means what? Standard class. So now I am using this as standard class functionalities inside my Visualforce page. Okay. Now, so this is the way we are going to be using this standard controller. Okay. Now, second one. The next one, custom controller. So what exactly the custom controller? Let me explain. See, it's a common question in every interview. So what are the various types of controllers available in Salesforce? It's a 100% common question, even though you may be fresher, you may be experienced person. And they will raise a question. So now when should we go for standard? When should we go for custom? When should we go for extension? So whenever you are referencing the standard functionalities, that means if you want to use this standard methods inside your Visualforce page, then we can go with the standard controller, because whatever the two buttons are available, both the buttons are using ready-made methods only here. We are using the save method, we are using cancel method, both are ready-made methods. So inside your Visualforce page, if you are referencing that all the methods are standard methods, then we can go with standard controller. Now, sometimes my requirement will be like this. Assume that, for example, I would like to search for some data. Already I have an object, that means a table. In the table, I have some records. Those records I would like to fetch based on some criteria. I want to show those records in my Visualforce page in the tabular format. So to represent these records, I'm going to be having a page. Okay, so this is a page. Now, so now what I want to do inside this page, I want to display these records. For that one, to search the data, I would like to specify a search functionality. I'm giving a search functionality. Enter the search text. I'm giving some label. I would like to place one text box to be used to enter the search text. I'm placing some text box. Inside this text box, I'm giving some watermark. Enter account name. I'm giving some watermark inside this. I'm placing a button control. I'm placing a button control, which will be having the caption search. So I'm having this search text box where the user has to enter some input characters. Based on these input characters, I would like to search for the content. Based on these input characters. Based on these input characters, I would like to search for the content. Whatever the resultant records are available, whatever the results have been collected from the database, those results I want to represent on my Visualforce page in the tabular format. So I would like to have a table. Inside this table, those records has to be get visible in the tabular format. Account record ID and the name I want to display in the tabular format, along with the rating value and the industry value and the annual revenue value. So now what are the data that I have collected from my database based on the criteria, those records I would like to represent on my Visualforce page in the tabular format. So I'm giving these column names. Now, so this is the account name. This is the industry column, rating column, active status column, annual revenue column. Annual revenue column. So these are the various columns available. So I would like to have a Visual Force page in order to search for some records. From where? From my account object. So assume that I'm having my own object. It's a standard object given by Salesforce that you know that we have this account object. I have this account object. I have this account object which is having some records. For example, inside my account object, I'm having some 1,000 records are available. I'm having some 1,000 records available inside my account object. That means some 1,000 records are there inside my account table. You know, object means table. Record means some rows inside the table. So I'm having some 1,000 records are there, but I don't want all the 1,000 records. I want to search for some records here. For example, I'm entering some characters right now. Inside my search text box, I'm entering like some Ram. So now after entering the character some Ram, when I click on search button, it has to go to that account table. It has to go to this account table. In this account table, it has to verify with the name Ram, do we have any records are available or not? If the records are available, it has to fetch those records. It has to display these records in the form of a tabular format. Like for example, I may be having so many records are available, like some Ram Kumar, Ramesh Kumar, okay, Ramana, like that you might be having so many records are available inside my table. From those records, whatever the records are having the name starting with some Ram, I would like to collect all the records I want to show in the tabular format. So in this case, what needs to be done? We have to write some business logic here. Why? Because upon click on the search button, it has to search the records. Okay, it has to search the records. From where? From my account object. Then how can we search the records? By using SOQL query. Where we can write this SOQL query inside that method. Where that method has to be get placed inside a class. So now tell me, when coming to the Salesforce, will it be providing any ready-made method with the name search over here? No. Salesforce is providing only these 10 methods. Like a save method to save the record, cancel method to cancel the operation, quick save to save the record temporarily, delete to delete the record, first method, next method, previous, last, has previous, has next. These all are pagination related methods, but we don't have any ready-made method to search the records. But my requirement is what? I want to search for the record. Then how can we search? So do we have any ready-made methods search to search the records? No. Then what we can do? If the ready-made things are not possible, if the ready-made things are not suitable for my requirement, then what we can do? We can implement our own business logics. How can we implement our own business logic? In this case, we have to write that business logic by using our own class. So we are going to preparing our own class here. So now I am preparing my own class to implement this within business logic. So let me prepare my own class because we don't have any standard search method ready-made. So I'm preparing my own class with the name public class accounts search helper. I'm giving the class name as accounts search helper.
Sir, can we do with list view, list and enhanced list view?
No. So list view will be representing all, but I don't want all. Based on my specified criteria, only I would like to fetch.
Thank you.
Okay. So now I'm preparing a method inside this public void search accounts. I'm preparing a method with the name search accounts. Inside this, we have to write the code. Okay. We have to write the business logic. We have to write the business logic to search the records. To search the records based on the criteria. Based on the conditions, we can able to write that code. So this is the class which we have to prepare. Why? Because upon fetching the data, upon searching the data, we know we have to use SOQL queries. But where we can write this SOQL query? Inside that method. That method has to be placed inside my class. So that I'm preparing a class over here. This is my class. In this class, I'm having a method. This is my own method which I have prepared by my own. It's not a standard method, it's my own method. So which is going to be searching for the data by connecting to the database. It will connect to the respective object, and based on that input characters, it will be selecting the records. It will collect those records over here. It will collect the records from my object. Now I want to invoke this method. When upon click on this search button, don't use that standard methods because there is no standard functionalities inbuilt which suits to my requirement. So we don't have any standard search method, so that I have prepared my own method, so which will be having that operation. So that upon click on this search button, I would like to call my own method. So for that reason, I am preparing my own business logic over here, and then I would like to invoke this method. Okay, I would like to invoke this method. So whatever the characters that you have entered inside my text box, those characters will be getting collected by my method. Based on this character, it will go to the respective table. It will search for the records. Those records will be getting collected. That will be storing inside a collection. That collection data we can represent inside my Visualforce page. That means what? Whenever I'm performing some operations, the standard methods may not be suitable. In this case, what we can do, if the standard functionalities are not suitable, then we can prepare our own custom functionalities by using our own custom classes, and which can be referenced inside our Visualforce page. So upon click on this search button, I want to invoke the search accounts method. Okay, I want to invoke this search accounts method, which will be collecting these characters, whatever we have entered. Based on that characters, it will be searching for the records, matching records. Those records we can represent inside my tabular format. So in this case, what we can do, so whenever we are referencing this Visualforce page, okay, with your custom class, then we have to go with the custom controller. That means custom class. Controller means class. Custom means our own. So that custom class. That means inside my Visualforce page, I am using my own custom class to be get reference. Because these standard methods are not suitable for my requirement, I am going with custom classes. So whenever we are going to be using this custom class inside the Visualforce page, then we have to include this class name inside your page tag with a property called as controller. I'm using this Apex page tag. Here we have to use a property called as controller. So controller means what? Class name. Simply controller means custom controller. So what is that class name? Accounts search helper. Accounts search helper. This is the class name here, okay, which we are referencing. So that means what? Whenever I'm going to be using our own class inside the Visualforce page, because upon click on this search button, don't call any standard method. Please call this a custom functionalities, custom button. Please call this custom method. So in this case, this is the custom method. This custom method is there inside that class called as accounts search helper class. So I'm informing to the Visualforce page, boss, upon click on this search button, don't call any standard method. Please call this method which I'm indicating. This method is available inside my class called as accounts search helper. Then how can we invoke this method? Upon invoking this method, we have to specify the button control. So now I'm having a button control, Apex command button. Command button. Value equals to, what is my button name? Search. And then action. What is the method name which you would like to invoke? I would like to invoke the method called as search accounts. So I'm indicating this. Search accounts. Okay. Search accounts is the method. So upon click on this button control, it will be invoking this method. Then where is this method? In which class? Because inside my organization, I may be having some thousands of classes also. In which class this method is available? So we have to inform to the sales Visualforce page, this is the class in which this method is available for. Okay, this is the class in which this method is available. So that we are going to indicating that. Okay, so that we are indicating this. So in this case, whenever we are referencing the custom classes inside your Visualforce page to invoke some actions, then we have to use the help of custom controller. Okay, this is the concept of custom controller. Now, upon implementing the application features, application features, if the standard functionalities are not suitable for the requirement, then we can build our own custom business logic based on the application requirement and can be referenced inside the Visual Force page by using custom controller. We have to specify the class name inside the page tag by using controller property as below. The syntax is you can specify Apex page controller. You can specify your custom class. The remaining properties are same as it is, no change. By Apex page tag. For example, I would like to have this public class accounts search helper. I'm preparing the method public void search accounts. I'm writing the business logic. Okay. To set the account records. Inside your Visual Force page, we have to reference Apex page controller equals to, we can specify accounts search helper. And then inside that we can able to invoke the methods. Apex command button value equals to search. Action equals to I'm invoking this method. Search. I would like to invoke this method. Like that, we have to specify. That means upon invoking this method, the Salesforce should be aware of where this method is, in which class this method has been defined. You should be aware of. So that we are indicating that please invoke this method which is available inside this class. This is the class name in which the method is available. This class is not a standard class. This is my one class, so that we are referencing this class with the help of a property called as controller property. This is the concept of custom controller. Okay, standard controller means what? Whenever we are using the standard functionalities inside the Visual Force page, that means these are standard methods, nothing but standard 10 methods inside the Visual Force page, then we can go with that standard controller. If the 10 methods are not suitable, if you want your own, everything your own, then we can go with that custom controller. Next, the third one.
Sir, if we want to use standard functionality inside custom controller, then
standard functionalities you can't use in custom controller. In this case here, I will show you, tell you how can we do that. Extension, that means standard plus custom, both we can use.
okay.
Okay. Inside your Visual Force page, we have to use either standard or custom. Only one, not both. Standard and custom, both we can't specify inside the page. Either standard or custom. Now, the third one. As of now, what we have discussed, as part of standard, all the methods are standard methods we have used inside the page. As part of custom, we are using all our custom. Sometimes there might be some requirement which requires to use both standard and custom inside a Visual Force page. In a single page, I want to use both the standard and custom. Then what we can do? Let me explain the requirement. For example, assume that I'm having this page. Assume that this is my Visual Force page. Now this Visual Force page is used to create some new account records inside my object. So we have entered some data inside my text boxes. Upon click on save button, record has to be get created. Upon click on cancel button, record has to be get cancelled. So in order to save the record, we can use standard save method. In order to perform this cancel operation, we can use standard cancel method. But what this standard save method will do, standard save method is going to be simply saving the record inside the object, and then it will redirect the user to the detail page. That means blindly it will save the record inside the object, and then it will redirect the user to the detail page. But my requirement is, as soon as once you click on this save button, I don't want to save this record blindly. Okay? I don't want the blind save mechanism inside my object. I want a deduplication mechanism in place. Deduplication mechanism means what? Duplication elimination mechanism. That means what? I should not have any duplicate records with the same name. Why? Because if we are having the duplicate records inside that object, then it will be raising some conflicts. It will be raising some confusions. It will raise some ambiguity. That will be very, very difficult to identify which one is the correct record, which one is a duplicate record. That will be very difficult for me, which may be causing some issues in future. So as soon as once you click on that save button, it should not save the record blindly. First of all, it will collect this record name. It will collect this phone number. Based on this two combination, I would like to make the records are unique. That means with the same name, with the same phone number, we should not have two records inside my table. For that one, what I need to do, as soon as once you click on that save button, first of all, it has to collect this, the name of the account record. It has to collect the contact number of the account record. Based on these details, it has to verify, do we have any duplicate records with this name and with this phone number combination or not. I need to cross check that. If there is any duplicate records are available, it has to show some message to me, duplicate records found with the same name and the phone. That means already some records are available, or already there is a record is exist in my table with the same name, Ram Kumar, with the same contact number. So this record cannot be acceptable. Suppose if there is no duplications are available, nothing but there is no duplications. With this name and with this phone number combination, we don't have any records inside my object. Then what we can do, it has to insert this record. It has to show the message to me, a record has been inserted successfully. This is what the functionality that I'm expecting. Whatever the save method has been given by Salesforce, that save method is blindly saving the record inside the object, so that we can create the n number of records with the same name. Let me show you practically. Because when you go to any Visual Force, when you go to any page layout, it will be having that standard save method only. See, for example, I'm creating some hiring manager records. I'm creating some hiring manager record with the name some Ramesh Kumar. Contact number, I'm giving somewhere. Location some Hyderabad. Email ID ramesh@gmail.com. When I click on the save button, now the save button is calling that standard save method, which will be blindly saving this record inside the object. It will be redirecting the user to the detail page. So now we are able to see the detail page. For example, I'm creating one more record with the same name, Ramesh Kumar. Click on new button. I'm indicating some Ramesh Kumar. Ramesh Kumar. Contact number, I'm giving some value. Location, some Hyderabad. Email ID, ramesh123@gmail.com. I'm creating one more record with the same name, Ramesh Kumar. Once you click on this save button, it is accepting the record again. That means what, two records are there with the same name, Ramesh Kumar, Ramesh Kumar. If I'm creating one more record now with the same name, Ramesh Kumar, it will accept as it is. Location some Hyderabad, email ID ramesh@gmail.com. Once you click on this save button, it is accepting. That means what? It's a blindly save mechanism. That's it. It won't verify with this details, do we have a record, is it this standard? That means we don't have any duplication elimination mechanism in place. But I want to include the duplication elimination mechanism in place so that as soon as once you click on this save button, it should not save the record. Okay, blindly, it has to verify, do we have any duplicate records exist with these details or not. If the duplicate records are available, it should not accept. It has to show some message to me, duplicate records found, so this record cannot be acceptable. Now then what we can do? Do we have such kind of ready-made functionality given by Salesforce? No.
Yeah, sir, duplicate rules, there are duplicate rules. We can set up duplicate rules on object, no, sir. Like,
but duplicate rules are also only based on some specific columns only, not on all the columns. Based on the matching conditions, we can specify. Complex conditions, we can't specify.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, so in this case here, in this case, what we can do? For that reason, okay, for that reason, I would like to specify. I don't want to use that standard save method. I want to use my own custom save method. For that one, I would like to prepare my own class. I am preparing my own class. Now, I'm preparing my own class. Public class. I'm indicating create accounts helper. This is the class. Inside this class, I'm preparing a method. Public void check duplicates. Check duplicate accounts. Inside this method, I'm going to be writing the business logic. Write the business logic to check for the duplicate accounts. To check for the duplicate accounts. Now, in this case, if the duplicate records found, okay, if found, then show the error message. Else, insert the record. Else, insert the record. So in this case, what happened? I would like to use this ready-made. I would like to prepare my own business logic. This is my own business logic which I'm preparing. So I'm preparing my own class. In this class, I have written my own business logic method, which will be having the business logic to be used to eliminate the duplicates. So as soon as once I click on this save button, it has to call this method check duplicate accounts. Now this method will be collecting this whole data based on this name, based on this phone number. It will check for the duplications. If there is a duplicate records has been found, then it will be displaying the error message. If the duplicate records are not available, it will be inserting my record. So as soon as once I click on this save button, I want to call this the check duplicate accounts method. So which will be verifying the duplications. If there is no duplications are available, it will be inserting my record. So that here I would like to invoke this method. I would like to invoke this method. Now, so that it will be verifying the duplications. Now, second one, cancel method. So what is this cancel method here? Now, do we have any ready-made method for the canceling the operation? Yes. Inside my account class, we have these methods are available. Okay. Inside my account class, we are having these ready-made methods are available that already you know. Inside my account object, we are on the account, inside my account class, we are having all these ready-made methods are available. We have all these ready-made methods. I'm having my own account class. In my account class, I'm having all these ready-made methods. All these ready-made methods are available. This is the standard class which has been given by Salesforce by default. This is the standard class given by Salesforce. Now in this case, what happened? As soon as once you click on this cancel button, I would like to invoke this cancel method. I would like to invoke this cancel method. So I am going to be invoking this cancel method. That means what? Inside my Visual Force page, I'm using both standard functionalities, also I'm using custom functionalities. So one cancel method is a ready-made method, and then this method is a custom method. So whenever we are using both the standard and custom functionalities inside the single Visual Force page, then we can go with the help of a feature called as extensions. Extension means what? We are using the standard functionalities as it is, along with by adding some additional extensions. We're adding some additional enhancements. So at that time, upon utilizing the standard functionalities, if we want to extend those functionalities by adding some additional enhancements, then we can go with that extension controller. So at that time, what we can use, how can we define this one? Now let me explain. So whenever if you want to use this standard along with some custom functionalities, then we can go with this extension. So we can specify the page.
Sir?
Yes.
Small doubt. Can we
Yes,
clone the extension methods and we can edit our?
No, we can't clone that existing methods also. We can't clone the existing classes also. There is no such possibility. Okay. So Apex page, we are using standard controller also. What is that standard controller? Account. I'm using this account class. Along with I'm using extensions. Specify the class name. Which class you are using here? I'm using a class called as create accounts helper. This is the class. Creates account helper. So that means what? I'm using both the standard and custom. So at that time, we have to use extensions. So now standard controller I'm using, along with the standard class, I'm using all the standard functionalities. Along with that, I'm using some more custom functionalities also as part of my application requirement. At that time, we can go with that standard with extensions. Then how can we invoke these methods right now? Now, upon invoking these methods, we have to specify the method names. Okay, by using this command buttons. Apex command button value equals to save. Action equals to, I'm indicating the method name. Check duplicate accounts. Check duplicate accounts. This is the method which I would like to invoke. Upon click on this save button, I want to call this method. Upon click on this cancel button, I'm indicating command button value equals to cancel. I would like to specify the action equals to, I want to invoke the cancel method. These are the two methods are available over here, which I'm invoking. Cancel method is a ready-made method. Check duplicate accounts is a custom method. So both are available in my respective classes. Now, so now here in this case, whenever if you want to use both the standard and custom classes inside the single Visual Force page, then we can go with that standard with extensions. Yeah, tell me.
Can we use this save cancel methods inside this check duplicate accounts method?
No, we can't use that. Okay. Here, if you want to insert the record, then we have to use insert statement, because already you are having DML statements, right? You can use the DML statement insert. Okay. Based on the logic, based on the condition, you can decide whether the record can be inserted or not. Okay. So these are the three types of controllers are available inside your Visual Force.
Sir, in our development part, whatever the classes we are saving and creating, they are saved in our developer console. So in this also, do we have anything that whatever the classes we are creating, they are saved in a place so that we cannot write it again and again?
Which one?
The class which we are writing now in the extension, a separate class we are creating.
Right.
So do we need to write them again and again if we are using them?
Yes, because we have to prepare those methods, right? Because based on the application requirement, we have to prepare our own method by preparing our own classes.
Okay.
If the business logic is already, if the business logic is already written,
Sir, what he's asking is, can we write once and when we can use that for many?
Yes, because here that already you know, if I'm writing that business logic inside a class, that class we can use in many places whenever you want, wherever you want. In any Visual Force page you can use. In multiple Visual Force pages also we can use the same class. That facility is available to you.
Can we use multiple extension?
Yes, we can use. Yes, we can use multiple extension. That's what we are having the property called as extensions. Not only one extension class, we can use multiple extension classes also. That facility is available. Okay. Now let's see the extension controller. By using this feature, we can reference both the standard functionalities and custom functionalities inside the Visual Force page. We can reference both the standard functionalities and custom functionalities inside the Visual Force page. Now, suppose here in the entry point of if they are raising a question, so where you have used extension control, then explain this example. This is what the requirement we got. So we have our own custom object. We are creating some records inside that object. There we got the requirement like this. The client asked us to implement the duplication elimination mechanism upon saving the record, so that we went with that custom functionalities, and then to cancel this operation we have used this standard cancel. So we have used the extension controllers inside our project. Okay, we'll see the practical concepts one by one. Standard controllers we can use practically, custom controllers and the extensions also will be using practically also. How to do that we'll see. Okay, now I'm indicating that we can use only one standard controller inside the page, and we can reference one or more extension controller classes inside the page. Now the syntax, we can specify apex page. We can specify the standard controller equals to the standard class name, and then along with that we can specify extensions. Extensions equals to, we can specify the class 1, extension class 1, class 2, like that we can specify the multiple also. Multiple extension classes we can able to reference inside that single Visual Force page. Apex page. Now, let me give some example. Apex page standard controller equals to account. I'm indicating extensions equals to specify the class. Let me prepare that class. Public class accounts helper. Here I'm preparing this model. Public void check duplicate accounts. Now, we're writing the business logic. Write the business logic to eliminate the duplicates. To eliminate the duplicate accounts. Now I'm indicating this class name. Accounts helper. And then page. I'm closing this page tag. I'm invoking this methods apex command button value equals to search. I'm indicating the action. Action equals to the method name that is called as check duplicate accounts. check duplicate accounts, and then I'm going to be invoking the another method. Value equals to cancel, action equals to the standard cancel. Standard cancel. Like that, we can able to use the standard controller and then along with some custom functionalities also inside the page by using extension controller. These are the three types of controllers are available. It's a 100% common question in every interview. Wherever you go, this is a common question as part of Visualforce. So what are the various controllers are available, and then what is the difference between these three? Standard controllers will be getting used whenever we are using all the standard functionalities inside the Visualforce page. Whenever we are using every functionalities as standard inside the page, then we can go with standard controller. Sometimes I would like to go with completely custom. What are the standard functionalities given by Salesforce? That means standard 10 methods given by Salesforce. If those are not sufficient, we can build our own business logic by using our own. So at that time, if you want to use, if you want to use the completely the custom functionalities inside the Visualforce page, then we have to go with the custom controller. In some cases, I want to go with the both. Sometimes I want to go with both. I want both the standard functionalities and custom functionalities has to be a reference inside the Visualforce page. Then we can go with that standard with extensions. These are the three types of controllers are available inside your Visualforce page. Then how to use each and every controller classes we'll see in tomorrow's session. In tomorrow's session, initially we'll go with the standard controller, how to use them, how to represent the fields, we'll see how to perform the operations, everything. And then we'll go with the custom, and then we'll go with the extension controllers, and then we'll see some more concepts also in between this. Okay. And I will do one thing. I will place this diagrams also inside your Google Drive today, so that you can able to access this Google documents, video, the images also, so that it will be very easy to understand. Okay, how we are going to be referencing that. Okay. So the videos are not yet uploaded. I will upload those videos by today. So please give me the time till today, because I don't have that the net access has been not yet restored. So they will be restoring by today. So I will upload these videos into my Drive by today itself. And then in this meantime, I will be uploading this document also, notes, and these images also will uploading into your Google Drive, so that for your reference.